The first question you ask a producer is, what do you want of me? Do you want me to carry on in the vein that's been set? Or do you want to set off on a new course? The safe, the easy answer is to say, stick with it as it is. In which case, I guess I'd have said no.
Mad bastard.
Roger was brilliant at what he did, but I couldn't simply copy what he'd done. The movies have become somewhat pastiche.
Great word.
Before you go too long, you've become a parody of yourself. You've lost depth, you've lost texture, you've lost contradictions. You start to get shallow. What makes these movies work? What is it that got them going? You've got to go back to the beginning. Here was a hero who murdered in cold blood. Bam, 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 bam. The dirtiest, toughest, meanest, nastiest, brutalist hero we'd ever seen. This is what started those movies.
Shocking.
I wanted to bring people back to believing in this character, to bring my reality to it. I guess I've always liked a challenge.
I'm enthusiastic about
Excellent.
it. I'm 80 years old, and I'm still enthusiastic about making Bond.
He was very excited about
He wanted to
starting
do
up
it.
again. A
He wa-
real sense of nostalgia,
You wanted to do it.
going back to the beginning when it was all fun and full of promise.
Slate one, take one.
Look, can you actually see? Look, they did take. Look, what did he say there? What did he say?
Fun
Take
and
one.
full of promise.
Slate one, take one.
Slide one, take one. This is the first fucking even. Like this is the first. This isn't even the movie yet. This is probably just like the casting trials, like very first trial, and it's gonna be Timothy Dalton walking out behind a curtain, like walking over to the front door, opening the door, and just paying the bellboy, and just, do you know what I mean, handing over something. The same thing Daniel Craig basically did. This is what they get them to do. Like, can you walk out from behind a curtain and open a door as James Bond? Fucking yes, I can. What you want of me?
License to Kill, the 16th 007 adventure, is not the usual Bond
Double
dose
O
of
bloody
escapism.
7, eh?
Instead, a tale of the nasty times we live in.
Timothy wanted
Shax.
to get the job done. He was a man on a mission. It was the most violent Bond picture to date, pushing the envelope all over the place.
This is terrible. I can't bring my 6- and 7-year-olds to see Bond anymore. Well, it was never made for 6- and 7-year-olds.
And they're meant for warm-blooded, heterosexual adults. They're not meant for schoolboys.
The further out on a limb you go, the more exciting it is.
He was tightly wound. There's no joke.
Ironically, the Dalton ones were the shittest, though. That's the irony of it. Right, anyway, I've seen this here. I just want to bring this to you. Because I started the video and I was like, hold on, this could be good. This could be fucking good. So it's basically Sean Connery, original role in Skyfall. And I just thought, that is so fucking bollocks. That is so bollocks. I need to tell people about this. Like, can you imagine that? Like, it probably would have been better as a movie, but it would have been shit. It just would have been shit. Like Sean Connery's in fucking Skyfall, like bringing it all back round, full circle again. Do you know what I mean? He would have been like the Uncle Argyll character. He just mines the castle in Scotland or something. And then when people come, there's no guns. There's like one shotgun. That's it. And it's basically just like, is he an old Bond? Is this what they do with Bonds when they retire them? They just send them up to some castle, and they become the groundskeeper of a castle or something, until the next Bond comes to relieve them. Like, that is so fucking shite. That is shit. Like, they actually should have done that. They actually should have done that for the shitness of it. Because it wouldn't have been any shitter than fucking Skyfall actually already was. It was fucking boring, man. Alright, let's go. Let's get into this.
What if Sean Connery returned as Bond's old groundskeeper in Skyfall? Or what if it was Bond, not Silva, who killed M? And what if
Fucking kill that.
Bond's old groundskeeper in Skyfall? Or what if
Fucking M, like, do you know what I mean? Just fucking kill her, like. God, does she finally die in that one? Fucking Judi Dench, man. God, Judi Dench, like. The Judi Dench era of Bond. It's the end of an era when she leaves, like. God, the end of a fucking shit era.
it was Bond, not Silva, who killed M? And what if M's replacement, Mallory, ended up being a
God, he's not that much better either, like, let's be honest. Mallory. Shit name. Mallory. Just fucking bollocks. Like, he is the quintessential Englishman. Like, he should be playing like M and just doing a good role. Fucking hell. Mallory. Fuck up.
agent. Not only that, what if the film was called Once Upon a Spy, or
Shit
even
name.
Nothing Is Forever?
Nothing is forever. These are just horrible fucking Bond names. Nothing is forever.
Agent.
Once
Not only
Upon a
that, what if
Spy.
the film was called Once Upon a Spy,
Once Upon a Spy. That is the worst name you could ever come up with.
or even Nothing Is Forever? Believe it or not, all of those things.
Look, I can totally see that. Like,
What if the film was called Once Upon a Spy, or even
just that. James Bond. Shit. Too tight suit. The fucking Aston Martin from the first Martin. Just in case you don't get it. Just because there's nothing original in these movies, we have to just go back to the old tropes. Like, so he's driving a 1960s Aston Martin, which nobody would fucking have nowadays. No one would be driving that. Least of all with machine guns and fucking rocket launchers in the headlights and all. It's just bollocks. Fucking bollocks. But anyway, Nothing Is Forever. I imagine that was the fucking poster. Like, I can kind of see it.
even Nothing Is Forever. Believe it or not, all of those things almost happened. So to find out how we went from that
God, look at that. That would have been so shit.
to the movie we got, let's
Yes, look at the movie we got. Hold on, that's what we were supposed to get.
add to the movie
That's what we got. It's fucking disgraceful, man. Same clothes.
we got,
different
let's
actor.
dive in and take a look at what could have been Skyfall. In the early stages of development, Skyfall was expected to continue the storyline established in Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, which had introduced the shadowy criminal network known as Quantum. The organization was essentially conceived as the Craig era stand-in for Spectre, since Eon Productions had lost the rights to use them in recent films. However, once those rights were later regained, the filmmakers retroactively folded Quantum into Spectre in the following film, reframing the organization as a subsidiary of the larger criminal empire. The Craig era
Shit.
reboot initially seemed to be building toward Bond gradually uncovering and dismantling Quantum. However, when director Sam Mendes joined the project, the filmmakers decided to move away from the conspiracy narrative and instead focus on a more personal story, centered on Bond, M, and the relevance of MI6 in the
Focus on a more personal story. Isn't that fucking horrible? Isn't that?
Sam Mendes joined the project.
Like everything we've been building over these last shit kind of Bond films, we're just going to scrap all that and just go for a soppy Bond story about him.
Filmmakers decided to move away from the conspiracy narrative and instead focus on a more personal story,
Which nobody
centered on
wants.
Bond, M, and the
An
relevance of
M centered around Bond and M. Fuck off, man.
the MI6 in the modern world. Bond writing duo Purvis and Wade wanted to kill off M all the way back in Quantum of
Fucking kill her
Solace.
off.
In their original draft,
Kill
her
that
death
bitch off, man. Fuck, she's still hanging on to life there. Bond should just take out a gun and just bam bam. Just fucking end it like bap bap. Double tap, forehead.
occurred suddenly midway through the film, but the writer soon realized that a moment that big needed proper emotional build-up and
Like how great would that be? Like the end of the circle, Bond just sticks a bullet in M's head like, sorry mom, it's the end of the line for you. Good night. And just fucking bops her like just fucking hell. Like she was always a bitch to him and he's just like, nah, fuck you. In the end, no one's gonna know what happened to you. You'll be replaced with another M and I'll still be fucking Bond. That's how it should have went out. That's how it should have happened. Like, fuck me, Bond is cold. Like, even, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that would be a good twist.
consequences for Bond. With Quantum's pacing moving too quickly to give the idea the weight it deserved, they ultimately removed it from the final script, with the intention of tackling it in the next film. When writer Peter Morgan
I was always so personally sick of these little tete-a-tetes between fucking Bond and M. These little fucking, like, what is it? Is it like a motherly character or something? Is that what they're trying to go for? Like, it's just so shit. Like, I never liked it. Like, they're weird little like we don't like each other, but we actually secretly we do though. We do really like each other. It's fucking weird. It's shit.
From the final script, with the intention of tackling it in the next film. When writer Peter Morgan came aboard to develop the next Bond film, he attempted to
Look at the raft of all these people that
it
just
in the
like
next film. When
like this guy's on board. Like you just have all these people coming on, and no one can write a good fucking Bond film. They're all just getting paid fucking a lot of money, man. Do you know what I mean? To write this fucking shit. I could write something better. No joke.
writer Peter Morgan came aboard to develop the next Bond film, he attempted to finish what Purvis and Wade had started. However, his version of
Oh my god, this guy. Oh Jesus, I fucking forgot about him. Oh god, what do you? I think he is probably the worst thing that's ever happened to Bond ever in the history of fucking Bond, of all fucking like 25 movies or whatever, however there are. Like, this guy was the fucking shittest thing ever. Like, and like, what is his little angle? Like, him and fucking Bond had these little moments of fucking wittery and fucking quips. Like, who can come up with a better quip? It's just shit. And he just like goes home and fucking just puts his jammies on and gets into bed with his boyfriend, and he can do more damage on a laptop in 5 minutes than Bond can do with you know, with a tank or something. It's just ridiculous, man.
Skyfall was rad.
Oh, who is? He's Q, that's right. God, he's fucking awful, man. Look at that little smug sort of, just sort of very pleased with himself sort of little look. It's fucking annoying. And he's kind of like a schoolboy or something that never really grew up or something, as we fucking anorak. He probably has like a double strap backpack on right there. We just can't see it. And his wee lunchbox and all, his flask and all. Like, he is just he is stinking, like.
Radically different from the final film. Titled Once Upon a Spy, the story
Once Upon a fucking Spy, man. That is awful. That's when they're running out of names. Like what are we gonna call this movie? What are we gonna call it? I don't know. Like, Once Upon a Spy. That's like every like school kid story. Like, Once Upon a Time. Shit. Awful. M. Look at M there. Like, that's the old M. Fucking hell.
opened during the Cold War with
90s M.
Judi Dench's M working as an MI6 agent stationed in Berlin,
Sorry about that.
where she begins an affair with a KGB operative. Decades later, the child born from that relationship, now a powerful and corrupt oligarch,
What is this? When was this?
returns to blackmail her, threatening to destroy her career. M orders Bond to eliminate the man, but in a
Was
dark
that in the
twist,
movie?
the mission ultimately forces 007
Look at the state of that. Look at the state of that. Look at that sorry, pathetic number 6. Yeah? Pathetic, sorry, fucking dreary, muggy fucking Bond. With his fucking grandpa top and his braces, his suspenders, and his fucking Loewe fucking boots and all. You really are a fucking twat. Like, he's the shittest Bond ever. Like, it's just so fucking pathetic, man. God, I'm not even listening to what they're saying. I want to hear what they're saying.
M orders Bond to eliminate the man, but in a dark twist, the mission ultimately forces 007 to kill M himself. The script was ultimately rejected by the filmmakers. As Wade later put it, while he and Purvis were deeply influenced by Ian Fleming, Morgan's approach leaned more toward the darker espionage tone of John le Carre, and in their view, Bond having to kill M would have been really difficult to make credible or satisfying.
Really? Like, come on, you can do anything you want. I could make it credible.
Plus, they felt the story was far too dark. From here, Purvis and
But that's what they want. That's what they're trying to do.
Purvis
Like, look. Why isn't it fucking moving back?
really difficult to make credible or satisfying. Plus, they felt
Look, dark. That's what they're going for. This is the type of Bond we're going for. Dark, gritty.
the story was far too dark. From here, Purvis and Wade would take over writing duties. But
These guys. And then we get this. You get this sort of silly fucking villainry this here. Like the guy from No Country for Old Men, just get him in it. It's like whoever is the latest sort of scurry guy in a movie, they just get that as the bad guy in the next movie. It's shit. It is fucking awful.
They would keep M's past coming back to haunt her, as well as her death at the end of the film. Naturally, Purvis and Wade then pitched a new M taking over for her, which would become Ralph Fiennes Mallory, originally named Malander. However, originally they wanted this character to be the villain in the
Malander? That's worse. God, Malander. Like someone stepped in and went, you know what, that name's a bit shit, Malander. Let's just switch it back to Mallory or something. Let's tone it down a bit. Fucking right. Love this coat.
film, but Craig pushed back, wanting instead the villain to be an equal to Bond. The idea of a traitor in MI6 would then be used for Skyfall's follow-up, Spectre. As a result, Purvis and Wade would go back to an idea they had while writing the Die Another Day spin-off film, Jinx. In it, they call the main character Javier, in the hope that they could pitch it to Javier Bardem. In fact, in early drafts of Skyfall, Silva's name was Javier. The only issue with casting Bardem, though, was that he was not English. As a result, Purvis and Wade had to come up with a backstory to explain how a Spanish agent came to work for MI6.
I know,
Although much of the backstory was ultimately revealed.
That is stupid. It's just, we gotta create a fucking backstory to explain why this fucking weird South American guy is even in England doing this stuff.
Final film, the idea was that Silva had once been a
Look at the
British
state of
spy
that.
operating in Macau. As one of M's many intelligence assets scattered around the world, he was part of the vast
It's all M. I always said it. It's M. M is the fucking problem. If you just eliminate M, all like 50 fucking spy networks just collapse and all this shit just isn't happening anymore. It's her out there trying to keep Britain safe is what's doing all this. You know, but we need to be out there preemptively putting our spies there and creating the crime so that their criminals aren't doing their crime. It's like we need to have our villains running, like the villains that we know, we let them just do what they want because we keep an eye on them because we can't have other villains because then we wouldn't know. It's just fucked up. All the dirty wee shenanigans that are just going on for the British state. Like, M is the fucking problem. I think I've said this before. Like, it's her. She's evil.
global network she controlled from behind the scenes.
Look at her. Look at that scene. They're telling you in that shot that she's evil.
But when Silva pushed beyond his assignment and was captured by Chinese authorities, M chose to sacrifice him to protect the larger operation. The betrayal and suffering that followed became the driving force behind his vendetta, fueling the plan that
That is shit her.
ultimately unfolds in the film.
And it's
Purvis
clearly fake eyebrows and all. Why did they do that?
and Wade also returned to two of Ian Fleming's novels. You Only Live Twice
These two fucking twats.
unfolds in the film. Purvis and Wade
Look, these two guys, Purvis and fucking Dipstick, just writing crap scripts and we're all just like, you know what I mean, waiting years for this movie to come out. Well, we're not really, but like, and then it's just a letdown. It's crap. Just two twats. Like, why are they right? He looks like Keir Starmer. In fact, that's what that reminded me of back there. Fuck, I just triggered a memory there. Where was it? Do you remember that real sorry, muggy, yeah, that muggy look of fucking Bond? Look at the state of that. That just reminds me of Keir Starmer. Just pathetic. Just fucking shit. Like, just awful. Like, anyway, let's continue on. Where were we? Can't remember. Don't remember. Yeah. Just blasted with fucking ads non-stop. Like, here's another
Are you
ad.
drowning in
That's it. Give
paperwork
me another ad. Give me another one.
and so much more?
Ian Fleming's
But
novel.
yeah, him. He's really Keir Starman me out. Look at that. Isn't it? It's like Keir Starmer's brother. He's writing the script for these James Bond films. I think that he's just absolutely deliberately destroying it, just like his brother's destroying Britain. It's unbelievable. They're probably like boyfriends and girlfriends or something.
You Only Live Twice and The Man with the Golden Gun. To borrow
Borrow story ideas. See, go back and reading old ones to borrow story ideas because no one can come up with any fucking new ideas.
ideas the films had never fully explored.
I mean, you're only a fucking writer for Hollywood. Like, would it be too much to expect you to come up with another fucking idea? Just come up with an idea. You're getting paid a lot of money. Like, you can't come up with a fucking idea. You Just have to go back and steal something.
Particularly the concept of a weary, battle-worn James Bond returning
God.
to active duty. The idea aligned perfectly with new director Sam Mendes's vision for the film. Mendes wanted a story about a man who had spent years away from England, only to come back and find out that the world had moved on without him. Bond is
God.
suddenly forced to justify his relevance in an era dominated by digital
Bond
surveillance and
struggles to find relevance in this new, changing world. Shit storyline. That's not what Bond is. That's not Bond. Bond isn't some guy who's struggling to like work out who he is in this new changing Brit. That's not Bond. That's not who James Bond is. James Bond doesn't do that shit. He doesn't question who he is. It's just that's not what the fucking character is. Like these people don't fucking understand. Like a simple basic character like James Bond. How do you fuck that up? Fucking hell.
intelligence. Yet the film ultimately proves that his old
Do you know how you fuck it up? You fuck it up with this shit here. You try and make it all like Jason Bourne. See, that's what happened. Jason Bourne came out, and then the James Bond people were like, fuck, James Bond looks so stale now compared to Jason Bourne. It was so fresh when it came out. It was so gritty and like different. And now James Bond, we're like, we gotta update. We gotta make it more like Jason Bourne. Make it more realistic or something. And it's just shit. It's made it just lose any charm that it had.
era dominated by digital surveillance and intelligence. Yet the film ultimately proves that his old school instincts and spycraft still matter. However, the original screenplay initially leaned even closer to
Just every shot of Daniel Craig kind of makes me sick. Like that, just all these action shots. It's like it's too much. It's like, what are they trying to convince me of?
the arc of those two Fleming novels. In You Only Live Twice, Bond returns to duty after a mental collapse following the death of Tracy at the end of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. At the start of the story, he's performing terribly at MI6, drinking heavily and making mistakes in the field. The book is very much about a burnt-out, emotionally damaged Bond trying to prove he's still
A sort of pudgy out of shape Bond, trying to get back.
capable. And in The Man with the Golden Gun, which follows You Only Live Twice, Bond suffers amnesia and is missing for months. After being rehabilitated, he's sent on a dangerous mission to kill Scaramanga in Jamaica as a way to prove his loyalty again. As a result, in the first version of Skyfall,
Look at this. Look at the state of this. Like, it's like Wandsworth Prison or something. It's fucking grim.
Bond would have returned to MI6 suffering from amnesia after getting shot in Turkey. Unaware
God,
that
just
he had
come up with your own ideas. Like, is that their only idea? He gets amnesia, forgets who he is. What a load of, what a fucking, that's basically the Jason Bourne storyline. Oh my God, like. God.
impregnated a woman named Lily during his disappearance. She would later track him down in London, forcing
Look at the fucking state of this. Right, look at this. What is with this guy and his need for suspenders? Like, what is wrong with Daniel Craig? It's like, do you know what I don't like about the new Daniel Craigs? It was all just kind of more of a catwalk fashion thing for Daniel Craig to wear shit. Do you know what I mean? It was all about, it's not even about the fucking movie, it's about the clothes he's wearing and all, and the watch he's wearing. It's, and that car that's in that new movie, it's so fucking shit.
Bond to confront pieces of his past he could barely remember. The story then sent 007 into the Andes Mountains to hunt a Scaramanga-like villain, with the film feeling like a Heart of Darkness, Apocalypse Now-style descent into the
It
jungle.
does not feel like that at all. No, it doesn't. It's not, that's not what it feels like.
With Bond hunting a former operative turned evil. However, production was delayed due to MGM's financial troubles, which
And
unexpectedly
can I just say that was the worst Bond. I believe that was Quantum of Solace Bond. That was the worst, I think.
was delayed due to MGM's financial troubles,
Or was it? I
which
don't know.
unexpectedly gave Purvis and Wade more time to refine the screenplay. During this period, the story evolved into a new version reportedly titled Nothing Is Forever, where Silva kills M in a bombing
Aptly
on the
titled.
metro. In the aftermath, the character of Mallender, later renamed Mallory, would step in to become the new head of MI6.
Malander. Oh, later renamed Mallory. Like, it's like we're just catching them on their awful decisions.
Unsatisfied with the third act after
Daniel Craig running like fuck, running like Tom Cruise in a suit. Just like how many scenes in James Bond with Daniel Craig and all through all the movies are him just doing this sprint in a suit as if like this is what James Bond is. It's like he's like trying to show off his athleticism or something because he's earning like fucking 30, 50 mil for this fucking movie. So he's like, I'm gonna show I can run down the platform better than anyone. I'm gonna nail this take. I'm gonna nail it. This is right. This is the shot. Daniel, we need you to run down the platform. Yeah, you're running after the bad guy, and you're going after your man. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Take one. And he fucking just nails it. That's like, God, he's such a good actor. Like, it's just so shit, isn't it? Like, there's no acting. There's no style.
Nearly a year's worth
It's
of
all
work.
just physicality and brute violence, and then emotional scenes.
And the deadline to deliver the next draft of the script to MGM only weeks away, Wade proposed setting the climax at Bond's abandoned childhood home in Scotland.
I'm
Instead of
honestly so
confronting the
sick.
villain in the
I'm so over the fucking Aston Martin. Like, I'm really over this. Like, I'm ready to move on from it.
setting the climax
It's like they're keeping all the stuff they should be moving on from in the Bond movies, and they're moving on to just stuff that's really just recycled shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're not changing what they should be changing and changing what they shouldn't be changing. Like, let's just rewrite the character and make him emotionally insecure, 21st century man who's questioning his place in the modern world. What the fuck, man? It's insane. Like, it's obviously deliberate. They're deliberately destroying it. We know that now. Like, we've known that for a long time. None of this is accidental. Like, they can't. Like, no one can make a good movie anymore.
at Bond's abandoned childhood home
believe
in
it.
Scotland. Instead of confronting the villain
Look
in
at
the
that.
grand
Look at that. Look at the sets you used to get.
enemy lair, Bond would lure him into his own territory, turning the final battle into a personal, stripped-down confrontation. However, originally when Bond takes M to a hidden London garage to retrieve the classic DB5, the car only contained a small stash of weapons in the trunk, but Mendes pushed to include the classic gadgetry from Goldfinger, including machine guns and the iconic ejector seat. Bond's childhood home was also originally called Green Mantle, or Mandalay, but as Wade was looking out the window at falling snow in the countryside right before he was about to hand in the script, he thought the home in the film should be called Skyfall. One of the
So shit.
most interesting elements of Skyfall is how deeply it connects Bond to Scotland, something that actually traces back to Sean Connery himself.
For
When he and
fuck's
Fleming
sake.
first created James Bond in the novels, the character wasn't Scottish at all. But after seeing Connery's portrayal in Dr. No, Fleming was so impressed that he retroactively incorporated Connery's heritage into the character, revealing in later books that Bond's father was Scottish. That piece of Bond lore ultimately came full circle in Skyfall.
Well,
The
God,
film's
that's what I just said. It comes full circle. That is stinking. Like,
third act takes place at Bond's childhood home in the Scottish Highlands, where he returns with M to make a final stand
M?
against Silva. There,
Fucking
Bond meets
hell.
Kincaid, the elderly groundskeeper of the estate, and a mentor figure from Bond's
Uncle
childhood,
Argyle.
played in the final film by Albert Finney. However, the character was originally named Gilly, and he was almost played by someone else. When audiences first saw the character, many immediately had the same thought.
I
This
actually
role
forgot this was the whole fucking point of the note of the fucking video. I just went off on a fucking rant-a-thon. But here we come. We come back full circle. This is what the video is about. Can you imagine if it was him in it? Like, that was the big reveal at the end of Skyfall. Wouldn't it just... It would go down like a dud, I think. It would be such a duddy... It'd be such a shit end to Connery's career as well.
would have been perfect for Sean Connery, especially when Kincaid says, "Welcome
Perfectly
to
shit.
Scotland," after blowing away a couple bad
Welcome to Scotland. That would have been shit. Let's hear what this guy says.
Connery, especially when Kincaid says, "Welcome to Scotland," after blowing away a couple bad guys. In fact, director Sam Mendes actually had the same idea. However, he ultimately decided against it because he felt it would take audiences out of the movie.
Because it's an awful fucking idea.
On top of that, Connery had already retired from acting. Still, the idea of Connery returning to the Bond franchise had surfaced before. During the development of Die Another Day, director Lee Tamahori pitched a cameo that would have brought Connery back in a surprising way. In his pitch, Bond would travel to Scotland and meets a mysterious older man who reveals that he was once 007 himself, a veteran agent who survived the job and walked away.
And dressed like that while he's saying that shit. Do you know what I mean? He's dressed like that. Like, I used to be Bond. Fucking hell.
Reveals that he was most agents die. The
Fucking hell, man.
Fancy.
Just every advert is the same. So then we see what's going on.
Let's see. It all starts with a spin, and you'll get 50 of them for free when you join us at Sky Vegas. With an extra
It's just obnoxious.
the Sky Vegas app and enjoy a welcome on us.
The idea was meant to create a passing of the torch moment between the two.
Look, pissed. I think Connery's pissed there. He's had a couple of these, like, and then someone whipped out the camera, and he's just like, "You fucking cunt." But he's just holding it well. But he knows he's just got absolutely fucking ambushed there. Like, Brosnan just does that look, that just fucking like supermodel look. Like, and he as soon as the camera gets pulled out, he can just put his hand in his pocket and just pull that look. He just looks $1 million fucking dollars. Like, it's like he's just ready to do that at any point. He's probably a bit half cut too, but do you know what I mean? He knows what to do. You just pull that look. It's done. He's gone. Like, he's fucking gone. Like, in fact, he's boned out. Like, he's had a bong or something.
Bonds, but the producers ultimately rejected it, concerned that having two versions of 007 in the same film would confuse audiences, even though Tamahori thought audiences would love it. However, there's another report that should be taken with a heavy grain of salt.
Honestly, I can't, sorry, but see this whole lineup. See, once we get to this fucking one in the end really offends me. See that one?
That having
The Daniel Craig one, it offends the fuck out of me. Because he doesn't even look like that in the films. He actually looks better there in the cast. Like, this is is her, but then in the actual films he cuts his hair short. And it's not who we get.
Two versions of 007 in the same film would confuse.
Like, that's not what we get. But even there, I just don't like it. Everything from here to here, I can accept. This is just an affront.
Audiences,
I don't
even
like
though
it.
Tamahori thought audiences would love it. However, there's another report that should be taken with a heavy grain of salt, as it doesn't really align with the themes explored in the film, where Skyfall was intended as a secluded refuge for retired agents, and Sean Connery would have been one of them. The climax would have still involved Bond defending the estate from Silva's attack, but with Connery fighting alongside him. The character would have never been explicitly identified as a former 00 agent, but the implication would have been there. Of course, Connery never returned to the Bond franchise after Never Say Never Again. Instead, his final outing as a spy came in the 1996.
Yeah, that was his final appearance as Bond, apparently. You just didn't know. I didn't know. Apparently they were heavily alluding to it for the whole fucking movie, but we just didn't get it.
Action film, The Rock. However, over the years, a popular fan theory has emerged suggesting that Connery's character in the film, an aging British intelligence operative imprisoned for decades, is actually meant to be James Bond, living under the alias John Mason. While filming the sequence where Bond trails Patrice
Look at the fucking state of that, like. Honestly, it's every time I see it, him, in any scene, it makes me sick. It's about his clothes. He's always wearing some fucking stupid little outfit.
the neon-lit skyscraper, Craig had allegedly gone shopping himself.
I hate him.
Bought a pair of black leather gloves that he felt suited
I hate him. I hate him. He's just ruined Bond. I hate him.
Bond's look, which he then convinced director Sam Mendes to allow him to wear during the scene.
God, he convinced the director to let him wear his gloves. See what did I fucking tell you? It's about the fucking clothes, man. This is what I'm trying to say, man. Let me hear that again. He went out and he saw a pair of fucking gloves and he really liked them. And he convinced the director to let him work it into the scene and all. What a fucking wank.
Gloves that he felt suited Bond's look, which he then convinced director Sam Mendes to allow him to wear during the scene.
Suited his look.
However, once the sequence reached
Forget about the looks, Daniel. Just fucking act, mate. Do you know what I mean? Forget about all that shit.
the editing room, the filmmakers realized the gloves conflicted with a key plot point. Bond's pistol is coded to his palm print, which means he wouldn't wear gloves in the scene as he would be unable to fire his gun.
But he convinced the director anyway, because it looks so good. Doesn't matter.
By the time the problem was discovered, reshooting the entire sequence would have been far too difficult.
See, Daniel Craig got his way. He fucked up the scene because he was thinking about fashion more than anything else and how he looks. And he actually fucked up the continuity of the fucking scene, basically. They probably had to CGI out the gloves and put in fucking fake AI hands or something. Like, what a dick, man.
so they decided to CGI bare hands over Craig's gloved hands. Although
Hold on, can we just get that picture again? That picture? Yeah, thanks.
traces of the original footage still remain, including a promotional photo of Craig wearing the gloves, as well as close-ups of Craig's hand clutching Patrice's to save him from falling, where the glove can still be seen. Like Quantum of Solace, Skyfall also doesn't open with a classic gun barrel sequence. However, they originally intended it to go at the beginning.
Of course it doesn't.
But when he got to editing and placed the sequence with Bond walking across the screen, doing the gun barrel pose, and then cutting to the film's first shot of Bond basically performing a similar action, but coming right at camera, he felt it looked ridiculous, and the repetition was unintentionally comical, so he moved the sequence to the end of the film. Fittingly, for a film about Bond confronting his past, Skyfall itself was built on a long list of ideas that never quite made it out of the shadows. Thanks for watching, everybody, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of Hollywood's untold stories and unmade movies.
Yep. That goes for you too.
Gently cleanse and soothe their sensitive scalp. Formulated with oat. Aveeno Kids. It's oat armor.
So there you go. Bullets and
30 billion records.
Shut the fuck up. Bullets and blockbusters, guys. Get subscribed.